Munira, either participate or don't participate. No emojis. If you're participating with your camera off, okay, Munira left. If you're participating with your camera off, I'd like you to be a silent observer. That includes emojis and chatting and all of the other things that we can do. If you're here as a silent observer, that's fine, but please fully be a silent observer. Otherwise, I'd like you to turn your camera on and participate with voice. This is a conversation using words. And presenting ourselves, being here in the group fully. Hi, Makadas.
Hi, James. How are you today?
Good. So, as usual, I host a conversation, an open conversation in a group. Shall we begin?
Yes.
All right. So, a good way to start, the way that I like to start, I don't know. Actually, I don't know how I like to start. As I've said a few times, I'm still finding the way that I like to start. I like people to know what we're doing, but I also don't want to be overly repetitive. And I have a lot to say, but I don't want this conversation to be about me. I would like it to be about people who come here. And I know that often when I ask, why do you come here? Why do people come here? They say to learn English. Well, I've heard that answer before so many times that I'm not interested in asking the question again. So I wonder, how can we start in a way that is not repetitive? And also serves our goals for being here. Hi, Nargiz, Ria, Ahmed, Siamak, Munmi.
Hi, James.
Hi.
Hello.
Great to see you. I'm doing my 4-second centering to start myself off. Me, me, me. Fatima and I have been talking about creating a class on philosophy related to Noam Chomsky. And Fatima posted a video in Philosophy for Students of English channel in Discord called Education for Who and for What? And I suggested that we use that lecture as a starting point for what we want to talk about and how we might look at some of Noam Chomsky's work. Starting with that lecture, I think it's about 2 hours. So I'm curious if anybody read that discussion between me and Fatima on Discord, and if you started to watch that video at all, or if that interests you.
Nargis, Azerbaijan. Yes, I was following the talk and I started watching, but unfortunately I didn't have time to just focus on watching, and the language was quite difficult for me. I needed to watch it with subtitles, and so I could only listen. I listened till the middle maybe, but probably I'll have to go back and focus more and watch with subtitles and maybe take some notes. Some of the talks there I was familiar with. That was talks about democracy according to Aristotle and medicine, I think. But yeah, I definitely need to watch it again. And
Yeah, democracy. So besides for the learning issues and the attention issues, and you're planning to listen to it, the content of the video you got is about democracy and medicine.
the rights for education, I would say, who are the ones that are supposed to be taught, who should we teach, maybe who should learn, and what should be taught.
Yeah, he does talk about that. He says one question is, there's some sound, I don't know where's that coming from.
When
He
I
said-
showed it, yeah.
He says that there's a question, there's been a question for a long time about who education is for a long time. For the elite or for common people.
Yes, when I saw the title, I thought that I have read something about it while I'm still taking the course. I haven't managed finishing it yet. And this is a course of Arizona State University. And I think this lecture is also given somewhere there, maybe in the hall, I don't know. And yeah, I never paid attention who Noam Chomsky is. Once I even attended his lecture on a Zoom call, I think. Well,
yeah, it is. It's Arizona State University, because Chomsky used to teach in the East Coast in Boston and Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. He retired, but even while he's retired, he still teaches, and he moved. He lived in Boston for most of his life, but then he moved to Arizona. So he lives in Arizona, and Arizona State University has some of his colleagues there, and his and a large linguistics department. So he does some talks there. He still does talks all over, but yeah, well, okay.
Yeah. During the course, I read some of his articles with his theories about linguistics, but I didn't know that he was a philosopher of our time. It is a discovery for me, and
Oh.
I got interested. Yes, and there has been lots of changes so far because in old times they said that education is only for elite and those the young people from rich families who are wealthy. Maybe they are I don't know. Well, rich people, they had the right for education, and yeah, I'm glad it has changed, and it's mostly free and available for everyone.
It's well, he talks about that. He talks about the public education system, which in some places is free. It's for some people is free up to a certain point. He also talks about how in the history of creating public education, there was a certain reason to do that. That was to influence people's thinking into a certain direction. And I really like, he goes into different, he's talking about not just who education is for, but what kinds of education there might be. Rote kinds of learning where people remember or asked to memorize facts, and what the influence on learning is when we are asked or forced at an early age, in an inappropriate age, to learn facts about certain things without understanding their place or their reason. That's one way of educating people, versus this other kind of education where children are allowed to explore things that interest them. Kind of, please mute yourself if you're not talking. Where the natural inclination to explore and to understand and discover things is supported. Right? He's presenting, you're smiling. Maybe you have a reaction to my saying that. Huh?
No. I just remembered that he had to pay the fees for breaking something in the lab where he didn't even enter it. He didn't ever use.
Yeah, he tells the story of how he felt that his going to the lab was useless. He tells a couple of funny stories like that. I don't know if you there's some America-based joke that he tells. He says, everybody learns the facts about DNA at an age that is too early to understand the value, and it kind of robs children of a discovery of
excitement of discovery. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay.
Go ahead, you tell us. What did he say?
No. The same that you are going to say. Nothing different. Yeah.
Tell me what else I'm going to say quickly before I forget.
Well, he was against teaching children the fact that they are not able to acquire, to understand, and they're just learning the facts by heart. And when it comes to their ability, when they reach the level of, when they can, no, when they already can understand those facts, and they discover, they are being deprived from of the excitement of that discovery, because they already know something, but it is maybe broken, it is incomplete.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I
please
keep
add
muting these
something.
people. They keep
Okay.
popping up,
No.
different people. Yeah.
I'm done. Maybe you had something to add and I didn't let you.
I was going to say that he told a joke that this kind of learning has a name. It's called No Child Left Behind. Now,
I
this
missed
is
that part.
Nargiz, you're driving me crazy. This is not a one-on-one conversation, Nargiz. There's 22 people here. You know,
Really sorry.
it's okay. You actually, Mokhtar would do the same thing in the philosophy class. Every time I spoke, Mokhtar would spark an idea, and Mokhtar would say, yes, and this. And then I would stop, and Mokhtar would say, James, continue. And so then I'd speak again, and he'd say, oh, and did you know this? And I'd stop, and he'd say, James, why have you stopped? And he would do that for an hour and a half. He would just keep doing that. I didn't want to stop him because he would come in with interesting ideas, but then he would stop himself. And it's kind of irritating, you know, when somebody doesn't really start or stop. And that's the poem that I posted. If you notice, I posted a poem. I'm going to read that poem now because I think it's relevant. Poetry, Discord. Here we go. Do not love half lovers. Do not entertain half friends. Do not live half a life, and do not die half a death. If you choose silence, then be silent. When you speak, do so until you are finished. Do not silence yourself to say something, and do not speak to be silent. So that's what I want to say to you, Nargiz.
Okay.
Speak or don't speak. Make up your mind.
Yeah, I made already. Please go
And
ahead.
your decision? Let me guess. Silence.
Silence.
Silence. Say it again. Silence. It's okay. We're gonna learn how to work together. This is just a this is what I call a synchronizing issue. We are synchronizing. Like dance. When we dance, we synchronize our movements so that we don't step on each other's feet. It's necessary for our feet to be close together because we're dancing together. So it's different than being alone. The chances of us stepping on each other's feet is low. When we dance together, the chances of stepping on each other's feet is high, but that gets in the way of dancing. So we learn how to synchronize our movements, and that's what we're learning how to do.
It's all about getting excited.
Can you tell me what I said?
Yeah. We're learning how to talk.
No,
how to
tell me
make
what I
this-
said about synchronizing, because that's what's getting in the way right now most.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
Have you still decided to be silent? How long are you going to be silent for? Forever? And then people say that. They're like, I'm going to be silent forever. And then they never stop talking. It's very interesting.
I can't promise anything.
You
I'm
can't
not sure
I didn't
myself.
ask you to promise anything. That's a different story. I didn't ask you to promise anything. That's your own projection of what you think I'm saying because you don't hear me. Promise would be for yourself. How about I'll start with what is happening. First, what is happening now? Then if we can do that, then we can move to a plan. I don't want to make a plan if we're not on the same page about what is happening now. So, what is happening? The entrance place to what is happening now is through summary.
Probably you're speaking about synchronizing, learning how to act more synchronically. It's like dancing when the legs, the feet should be synchronized, so that not to step on each other, but not to be too far from each other.
I don't know a lot about dancing. Is there a dance where you're supposed to step on your partner's feet? Does anybody know of a dance
No.
where the steps are, you step on each other's feet when you move? I don't think so. I've never heard of such a dance. Usually it's like we are close, we're moving our feet together, but we never step on each other's feet. You got me, Nargis. Over to you.
Yeah, I do agree with that. And whenever I was listening to Mukhtar and you speaking, I saw the same. And I could see that you were going to speak and I got interrupted just because Mukhtar was also so excited. And it was the same that happened to me because I was excited. I remembered something interesting and wanted to join and forgot about synchronizing and listening and letting you to finish your thought. Yes, probably still learning. Yeah, it takes more time that I would believe, that I would thought it will. Yeah, anyone else?
So for anyone who is here for the first time, the way we do this class is an activity called the Joining Game for Students of English. If you listened to Nargis, she ended by saying anyone else. And that is an invitation for anybody in the group to say what you heard Nargis say. So would anybody like to do that? Would anybody like to say what you heard Nargis say?
Hello, good evening, sir, ma'am.
Hi, Saludan. Would
Yes,
you
sir.
turn your camera on?
Sir, sorry, sir. Actually, I'm in the office, so I can't.
You're in your office. You
Yes,
don't
sir.
want to share your industrial secrets. There are charts on the walls with secrets that
No, sir, no, sir. It's not. Actually, sir, in office not allow video calling camera. But, anytime my boss come in, anytime, any moment.
I don't want to get in the way of you doing sneaky things at work. That's a good use of time, I think. So,
Thank you.
okay. So you're sneaking in a little English. What do you do for work?
Sir, I'm doing marketing, hospital marketing. I'm a
Mark,
marketing guy.
got it. So, so this is really tough for me. I have to admit, it's really tough for me to be focused as a teacher. I have decided that I'd like people to participate with voice only if they have their camera on. And I know that that might be a bit disappointing, but I'm going to stick with that for now. I think it makes sense. So what I'm going to ask you to do, Saludin, and everyone who is in a situation where you don't want to turn your camera on, I'd like you to participate just by listening for this class. All right?
Okay. Sorry, sir. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Welcome. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
I think it's important. We've been working for a long time now, 6 months in this group every day, and we've done many, many months of conversations with people with their cameras off. And I'm trying something new. I'm saying no half participation. Either participate or don't participate.
Yes, sir. I will try my next class. Front
You're going to
in
try next
camera,
time to have
okay.
your camera on. That would be great. We'd be glad to have you.
Sure, sir.
I muted you.
I will.
You unmuted again. So this is a great example. If you're going to be silent, please be silent. If you're going to follow my instructions, please do. We're just follow silently. We started the group today. Not everybody was here. We started the group today with somebody sending an emoji. I'm very strict with emojis. Emojis are very serious business. No emojis. If your camera is off, no emojis.
না না আমি কিছু বলতে পারবো না
Sonia, you unmuted. You're speaking in a foreign language and your camera is off.
গুড ইভিনিং স্যার
No. Did you hear what I said to Saludin? I think maybe you did not. Same situation, same invitation for you. Camera on, or please listen silently. Participate as a silent observer, please.
গুড ইভিনিং স্যার
Can you tell me what I said? Hi. Sonia, is that you?
ইয়েস স্যার
Hi. Welcome.
হাই থ্যাংক ইউ
Welcome.
স্যার
Welcome. So
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার
you're welcome. Would you like to start by summarizing me or summarizing Nargiz? What did you hear us say? That's how we work here. We start by understanding and then joining. Would you like to try that? You gave me you see, this is why it's good to have the camera on. You gave me an expression that showed me maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. You scrunched up your face, then you looked up at the ceiling, and then you looked back at me. So that tells me maybe you didn't know what I said, and that's okay. So the way we work here is we listen, and then we say, what did we hear? We don't usually do that in everyday conversation. In everyday conversation, we just talk and talk and talk, and if nobody listens, nobody even notices. And so here, try to do something different. We take it a little bit slower. We slow down and see, oh, are we understanding each other? And what did we understand, if anything? Right? If I didn't check with you, Sonia, I wouldn't know that you understood me or not.
There's something I understand something, sir. Actually, first time.
Yes, first time. You're here for the first time. Sonia, you're
Yes,
holding your microphone to your mouth like you're about to say something, and you, right? We're all listening to you. It's okay. Take your time.
Thank you, sir.
This is also, see, this is also a synchronizing issue. We're synchronizing who is going to speak. Now, for me, because I'm hosting the group, it's okay if anybody can still come in. It's not right. It's not just Sonia, but I'm looking for clues, right? I'm looking around for clues about who is going to speak, because we send signals when we talk. We go like this, or we say, we clear our throat, or we, hold our microphone to our, we do things to signal that we're going to speak. If we do that and then stop in the middle, people will be confused and they won't be able to synchronize. They'll say, you're speaking, you're not speaking. Which is it? Which is what is happening now.
This is Munmi.
Go ahead, Mummy.
I couldn't hear you completely, but whatever I heard, I'm just going to tell you that what I understand that you were saying about giving the reference of the poem, that if I have something to say, I should finish my speaking. Yeah, so if I have something, then I should go finish my whole thing, whatever in my mind. So I should finish my speaking, and then the other person.
Munmi, just bear with me for just a second. So now, again, back to synchronizing. Sonia has turned off her camera, right? So look at these steps. So, Sonia has turned on her camera now. So these are things that we wonder what's going on. Is it a computer issue? Is she sending a signal? Now I want to talk. Now I'm not going to talk. We can't help but wonder these things as we try to organize our space and navigate our space. We can't help but wonder, what does it mean? Right? So that's why I'm asking, not just Sonia, but everyone, keep your camera on when you're listening also, not just when you're speaking. It's gonna help us all get these messages and synchronize. We're gonna be able to synchronize as a group by getting the necessary messages. Rather than putting on blindfolds and dancing around with knives, we're gonna put the knives down, take off our blindfolds, and we're gonna then work how to, let's leave the blind knife dancing to a more advanced stage later on. We can do something a little bit more easy now. So sorry to interrupt you, Munmi. I thought it was important.
Then also I heard that while you were speaking, then in the middle, Nargis was replying something, thinking of person. Like as if it's an one-on-one conversation, but you were speaking to the whole group, and so it was just asking her to synchronize and wait for your speaking to finish, and then ask her to come. And also you gave a reference of philosophy classes where Mukhtar used to think like, when you were speaking, he used to interrupt, oh, this is what and this is then. He used to come with lots of ideas, but it's quite irritating when you are speaking, you are not good, you are not able to finish your speech. So it's kind of, so we don't, this is not a synchronization. And then again, you said about the turning on camera while Sonia was speaking, she turned on her camera, then turned it off. But is it that by looking at her face, you could understand that she was blank. She doesn't have any idea what's going on here. So when we turn on our camera, by seeing, we can get the message that whether the person is listening or understanding us. So
yeah,
that's what I understood.
Yeah. Now, so for people who are here for the first time, Munmi summarized me, and so then the floor, the right for the group to ask the group to listen to us, goes to Munmi. So now over to you, Munmi. Munmi is not summarizing anymore. She is speaking for herself. Go ahead, Munmi.
Well, I don't have anything to say today. I just
No.
want to listen.
Okay, that's okay. Now just take it slow. Slow down. If you don't have anything to say, that's fine. But just take the moment. Usually we need a moment to separate from the person we're summarizing and to check with ourselves. And then maybe it's true we don't have anything to say. Just do that. Just check with yourself. And if you don't have anything to say, you can just say back to the group. And that's the phrase that I suggest we use to let people know, yeah, I don't need to say anything.
Actually, I have something to say.
Ah, look at that. Look at that. She has something to say. She
Yes.
checked with herself, discovered she does have something to say. Happens very often. All right, go for it.
Like you said, Mukhtar used to interrupt in your class. Similar experience I have in my class. A student is a very bright student. He does extensive reading. He has a lot of knowledge. And while this is about social studies class, okay, social environment, and I used to give explanation and information. He comes with more something which is not, I mean, which is about upper grade. And I know he's very, he was excited to tell that he knows these things. And this is a disruption for the other classes, other students. And the other students, they used to call him Einstein. And so I'm just relating this situation to Mokhtar. So, it is disruptive. Though I know and I appreciate his extensive reading, but it is totally a noise to the class.
There's something that is not, yeah, you're saying,
Yes.
you're saying that you're saying that there's something about the way the student participates which is disruptive and kind of inappropriate to the context, right? We can, because there's different kinds of knowledge. We might be knowledgeable, we might remember many facts, but we might not find the way to bring it in a way that at the right time that the group wants to hear, or that the group is willing to hear that information. And that matters. That can be very costly.
Yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. Anyone else?
This is Ria from India. I would like to summarize Munmi that she says that when she give lesson her students, then one of them is very intelligent, and he is also a good student, but most of the time he asked many things that interrupt the class, and like Mukhtar interrupts you when you were talking, I think she wants to say that. So she also faces the same thing when he teaches, and the student is expensive reading, but most of the time he disturbed the class, and I think she want to tell that most of the time he want to tell something, and that makes the disturb to other. Am I right, Munmi?
Yes, that's true. He does extensive reading and he shares information, not us, but shares lots of information which is not related to the group, and the other students get distracted. Yeah. Thank you.
Actually, I also see that in group or anywhere, the people or the student, one of the student who has always tried to prove that he is extraordinary, and you mentioned that the Einstein, obviously anywhere we can find that the one person or one student always try to prove that he knows everything, and other people are don't know, doesn't know anything. So it's very normal in everywhere. I also see this and face these situations, but not in my student, but I also face this. Anyone else?
This is Fatime. Ria, you said that it's natural and normal to have this kind of a student that want to show their information to the class and show that they know everything, right? You say it's natural, and you don't have
Yes,
this kind of a
yes.
student in your class, but you meet them. Maybe.
Yes, I also saw that in my classmate. So she every time she wants to prove that she know everything.
Yes, and I want to
So
join you. Yes, because I'm also a teacher, and I have student, such kind of a student in class. And nowadays, every student is the same, and they want to talk, and they like to express themselves. And my class is famous for a noisy class always, because I just sit down and listen to them. They speak and shout and excited and say everything, and I don't interfere at all. And maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes, they just talk and laugh, and they say, teacher, you're not tired because we are speaking too much. And I said, no, when you are ready to listen to me, then I will start my lesson. And then they will be quiet by themselves. I don't try again. I don't try at all to make them silent or prevent them from sharing their knowledge or showing that they know everything. I just let them to speak. And they like my class very much and always tell me that you are a different teacher. You let me to shout, to laugh, to do everything, but for a certain time. Then for 20 minutes maybe, then the energy is decreased, and they sit down and I start teaching. And if someone is has more knowledge, then I let them to teach instead of me. I just sit down. I don't teach many times. I don't teach, and I ask the student, if you are ready to teach, you can come and start teaching. I use kind of group working, and it's very successful. And they teach to each other, they learn from each other, and I don't put myself in trouble too much. I just maybe there observe there, and this is my experience of my class in this case. Thank you. Anyone else?
Yeah, this is Rania from Egypt. Fatima, I summarize you. You said that you have during your class, the students do everything. They shout, play, scream, talk loudly, and you and you said
No, don't explain.
it's a great ability to bear all of this around you. It's a great ability, actually. And after approximately 20 minutes, so they sit down, the energy decrease gradually, and you can start then you can start to explain, and sometimes you let them teach each other. Yeah, and yes, and I admire this experience too. So you don't put yourself in trouble, you don't scream, sit down. Yes, and you don't lose energy, your energy during the lesson. Okay.
Yes, that's right. Except one point that you said you sleep. I don't sleep. I just
No,
enjoy
I
watching
no,
them.
no. Okay, no. Sorry, I don't say sleep. No, I mean, you sit and you see all this around you, and this is something great about your personality. You're patient to see and hear all this noise around you. I did that once. I worked in a nursery, and I let the child around me. They actually they do everything around me. They play, they jump, everything. They talk to each other, and then the administration, one of the administration group, comes to me and said, "Teacher, how you how you live and how you bear all of this around you? It's incredible." Yes, but actually I was enjoying to see the children around me. They play and they are happy around me. Yes. Okay. Teacher, thank you, Fatima. Teacher James, can I ask a question, please?
Give it a try.
Thank you. According to your experience in Japan, you said you spent 8 years in Japan. So actually, I'm excited and interested in asking about this sentence. They say, Japan is a planet inside a planet. Is it right, according to your experience?
Who says
Japan?
that?
This sentence is known in Egypt.
Japan
is a planet.
Egyptians say that Japan is a planet inside a planet?
Yeah, this is not literally actually meaning, no. It means that we know that in Egypt, Japan is a very progressive country, advanced country.
Well, I just wonder if the meaning of that is that it's like a world inside the world, like its own world, kind of separate from the rest of the world. The way is true. Japan has a long history of isolating itself from the rest of the world, right? So for 200 years, their policy was to have no contact with the outside world. So I just wonder if that's what they are referring to by saying it's like a world inside a world. It's kind of like separate world.
No, I think we mean Japan has many progress and advanced things, organizations, companies, the people behaviors, everything in Japan actually.
You say
education
advanced.
system. Everything.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's a highly technologically advanced, industrialized country.
Yes.
Is that your question, though? I think you already know that. That doesn't sound like a question. Remember, I said try to ask a question. It's not easy to ask a question. Is that your question? Because it sounds like you know. It sounds like you're telling me that you know that Japan is an advanced industrialized country. You just want to check with me about that?
No, I already know, but because you have a life experience, because you already live in you lived in Japan.
Slow down. Did you notice what you just said? You said, yes, I'm asking because you know, which doesn't make sense to me. If you want to know, I don't know what I don't know what your question is. Either you're telling me that you know something or you have a question. Could you just help me figure out what you're doing? If you have a question, tell me, what is the question?
Yeah, first I said because
forget about what you said. Tell me right now, what is the question? Forget about what you said. We don't have to review the history. What are you curious about?
Yes, I'm curious about knowing about Japan.
Oh, now that's a different story.
Yes. The system, how
that's a totally
behavior
different
of the people in the street. You spent 8 minutes. The behavior
Forget
of the
about
people
me.
In the street.
It's not about me. It's you and your curiosity about Japan. Focus on that. It's not about me. I'm not an expert on Japan. We can both be curious about Japan.
Yes. And I'm asking you because you're a person.
No, you're not asking me anything. You haven't got to the point of creating a question. You're curious about Japan. It's not a question. Being curious about Japan is not a question. So you might have a question might come up about Japan. If it does, great. I would love to know it. But I haven't heard a question yet. I've heard that you're curious about Japan. Great, interesting. I'm also curious about Japan. I have questions about Japan too. They might not be the same questions you have. If you have a question, let me know what it is. Or just be curious about Japan. You can, talk about things that interest you.
Yes. I'm
You don't-
curious, not a question.
Yeah. What are you curious about?
I'm curious about, I want you please talk about the people behaviors in the streets, gardens, school systems, education you saw on Japan. I can do that on Google, and I can know everything, but actually there is difference on my mind between reading on Google and someone already lived.
You're not talking about Japan anymore. Now you're talking about me and you and learning and stuff, but we've left Japan. It's hard. It's really hard to focus on our curiosity, I guess.
Not your experience.
Well, now you're curious about me, and I am not Japan.
No.
Yeah. You think that I'm joking when I say try to ask a question, but I'm dead serious. It's not easy to ask a question.
Yes.
This is Ria. Mr. James, can I ask something, Rania?
Yes.
Can you try to,
Sure.
well, can you summarize Rania first?
Actually, I understand that she questioned.
Talk to her.
Okay. Rania, I think you said, Mr. James, that why the Japan is different from another world. You mean Japan, you mean Egyptian always says that Japan is another world in the whole world. I think you mean to that. But I think you said that.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
Sorry for interrupting. I wanted to make sure you were checking with Rania.
Yes, Ria, you are right.
Because we know the Japan is very advanced in technology, education, in everything. And the ancient history, if you read, then you have understand that the history of Japan's and the society, the schooling in the ancient period. So all that time after, I think, I'm not sure, after in 19th century or after that, the Japan has to get advanced in their technology or many things. And now after making skilled in technology, education, anything, they are the great country in our world and most famous country. So I think you mean to say that that's why you tag the Japan another world in the world, I think. Am I right, Rania?
Well, so now
Yes.
see, I thought you were talking for yourself and you went on a kind of long thing about what you were saying, but now you've returned to Rania. So that is kind of confusing. That's why I wanted to I always try to say separate it out. Try to untangle when you're trying to understand somebody or when you're speaking for yourself. And I'm sorry I didn't catch that earlier.
Okay. Are you understand, Rania, what I mean to say?
Yes, I get you, Ria, and I join you. But you and me are listening and read, and we can or from Google or listen from TV about the program about Japan. But why I asked Mr. James, because he already,
All right, I'm going to jump in here because there's a lot of things going on. I'm going to interrupt this one-on-one conversation between Ria and Rania. And also there's 5 minutes left. So I want to do surprises and learnings, and then we're going to be passing over to Siamak. You're taking over, right? Siamak, is that, let me just check. Yeah, okay. So surprises, learnings is a way to wrap up. Wrap up is another way of saying conclude, review and conclude, to finish. So surprises and learnings, satisfactions, dissatisfactions, discoveries, next moves. And people who have not yet spoken, strongly encourage you to come in. If you have something
This
you'd
is-
like to say, bring it in as a surprise of learning. Go ahead, Ahmed.
This is Ahmed. About today, I'm satisfied about your decision to the people be silent observer, who is cameras off, his camera off. So I'm satisfied about your decision. So hopefully in the future or in this class, the people participate with the camera on. Anyone else?
This is Arif. I am really satisfied today because I see more participants. They are turn on their camera. I hope that in future there will be more participants in turn on in their camera. Anyone else?
This is Munmi. I'm satisfied with your start today. And also I can see a lot of people, half of the members are showing their face. Anyone else?
Hi, this is Arvind Chaudhary from India, and I'm very glad that I invited 2 or 3 of my students here, and you gave them this opportunity. And though they were, it's very, I feel very glad when James or somebody, any one of the members calls the names of my students, and for the first time, if they are first timer, okay, and get that opportunity to talk, that's really overwhelming for me. I'm very much grateful and overwhelmed with this effort that James bringing here to all of us. Thank you so much for all of you. Yeah.
Always
all
great
this
to
effort.
have you here, Arbin. Thank you. Other surprises, learnings, satisfactions, dissatisfactions, discoveries, next moves.
This is me, Amant. I'm satisfied to learn more about Japan, where Japan have a better education from some participating here, and and also I'm satisfied to see Mr. Green legendary vest he's wearing. Yeah.
This is Solon from China. So yeah, I'm dissatisfied with the Rania said that Japan is advanced country in our world, but they made many mistakes in the World War II.
Salam, I'm gonna jump in. Would you turn your camera on, or would you participate silently as a silent observer in the class? Like I've said a number of times, I'm guessing you've heard me say it now. Okay, there you are.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, so
and I'm gonna interrupt you. I know you worked so hard to turn your camera on, but it is time, and I like to end on time. I like to start and end on time. So bring it in next time, Salam, or bring it into Siamak's class if that's welcome. Thank you, everybody. It was great seeing all of you and talking, and look forward to our next class tomorrow, or talking to you in text. I'm going to be passing over to Siamak. Siamak, I'm going to make you host of the call because I'm going to need to leave, and you can make your co-hosts as you like. Also,
Mr. James, I just want to ask you something.
Sure.
Internet connection is not stable in Iran, and that's why, please do not make me host. Munmi is here. Make Munmi host.
Great.
Okay. I can be host. I can be the host.
Great. Now I just want to introduce Siamak, and then I'll make you host. Well, let me do that first. So I'm gonna make you host, Munmi, and you can make your co-hosts. And introducing Siamak. Siamak Joya is from Afghanistan. He pursued his higher education in the field of English language teaching and literature. While he was a sophomore back in 2017, he started teaching English at an education center in Mazar-e-Sharif, Afghanistan. He taught there for 1 year at the center, and then he started teaching at a private school. After the Taliban's domination in mid-August 2021 of Afghanistan, he left the school and joined Amaj News Agency, where he is now the senior translator. He also produces tutorial products for English learning, and recently met James Green online and joined his language school, right now chairing a mixed level speaking class. Thank you for being with us, Siamak, and over to you.
Thanks very much, Mr. James Green. Thank you very much. I'm really delighted to be here. Thank you very much, everybody, for participating in this class. For an hour, we are going to talk about a topic that I have brought up today. Today, we are going to talk about the power of words. Actually, let me say something. Actually, let me quote something from an American writer. The writer says, today's public figures can no longer write their own speeches or books, and there is some evidence that they can't read them either. I'm so sorry, because the internet connection problem that we have here in Iran because of this protest, and I'm not pretty sure that how we can continue with this situation. I'm so sorry, but it's a conversation class, and if you have some words to say about the power of words and about the public speaking, about how to offer speech, and even presentation, this is the time you can share your experience here. Before going to you, I just want to read a part of Obama's speech during his first presidential campaign back in 2008. Just the part, Obama said, but I'm just quoting, but in the unlikely story that in America, there has never been anything false about hope. For when we have faced down impossible odds, when we have been told we are not ready, or that we shouldn't try, or that we can't, generations of Americans have responded with a simple creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Okay, it's part of things. When I brought up Barack Obama, and there are other people that are good public speakers, and today we are going to talk about these issues. Is there anybody who wants to talk about or share his or her information about the power of words? If you want to talk, you can just simply raise your hand.
You were breaking up. I couldn't hear you, Siamak. Would you please repeat?
Okay. About the power of words, Fatima.
The power of words?
Yeah, that's and like giving presentation, public speaking, this sort of things. If you want to talk, please.
I like to be, this is Fatima. I like to be a public speaker. It's always, I'm always thinking about it, but I don't have any special skills, or I haven't trained for that, but it's in my mind. Maybe one day I attend in some classes and get some skills about public skills and about the power of words. I believe that it's it's a matter of language, the function of language. And it's not only for communication, because communication can happen without words, but it's for expressing ideas and thoughts, for speaking of the mind and thoughts. The words could be very powerful, very effective. Yes, that's it. Back to the group.
This is
Since you said you always listen to head, they're always the people you see that they are good public speakers. Is there anybody that you really like the way that person is speaking and you wanted to copy that person, or except not just in TED or other persons that you usually listen to them?
Yes, this is Fatima. I liked Obama, President Obama, when he talked. I listened to him and I liked the accent and the way he talks. He speaks very beautiful, fluent. And yes, this is the one that came to my mind now. Very powerful speaker he was.
Okay, since you're a college graduate and you have authored many times presentations, would you say something about the feeling when you were authoring your presentation? For example, how stressed you were, or how you wanted to offer your presentation in a good way, some techniques that you use, and there are some students, they may use these techniques.
Yes. I forgot. Definitely, I had stress, I think, and an anxiety. I felt an anxiety before that. But I think if we get ready completely, there's no anxiety, there's no fear. It's about confidence. If we feel full confident by getting ready for the meeting or presentation, there's no anxiety or fear. And I try to get ready before speaking if there's a presentation, and by writing, summarizing for myself and getting ready. Yeah, I can keep my confidence in that situation. And I don't look at the crowd, the people, the population. I just focus on myself and whatever I want to say. And it's helped me to decrease my anxiety and stress in speaking.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Fatima, for talking to me. It was really nice.
This is Munmi. About words, power of words is really important. The way how you are speaking, which word you are using at what time, the right word for the right time and right situation is very important. It's very powerful. It has, huge effect on the crowd. And public speaking is one of my interests. And I can't say I'm inconfident, nor I can say I'm confident. Because since childhood, I always, used to take initiative, or used to participate in different ways, like recitation before public, or any speech, extempore speech, or anything. I used to participate, and maybe that has helped me. Then again, there was a lot of gap, and where I lost my confidence. And then when I again started as a teacher, so as a teacher, I get a lot of opportunity to speak, because in my school, I am the teacher's representative, and all the time, I had to take the initiative, or any anchoring and all. So I do those. So it has helped me in growing, and also that's how I'm gathering experience in public speaking. and I have experience of hosting many event, but still I'm not satisfied with me yet. I want to be, you know, fluent, and sometimes, but I have seen one thing, that earlier I used to prepare everything, and nowadays I don't need to prepare, and you know, little bit better than earlier times, that I just, you know, note down the points that these are the things I'm going to speak, and just it comes to my mind. Maybe this is a practice, or my confidence. I think this is a confidence, because what happens in the public speaking, most of the time your anxiety and fear in front of the public, isn't it? You know the things what you want to say, but it doesn't come to your mouth. So with practice, repetitions, we become familiar with it, and that's how we gain confidence. And also that habit, that practice can bring the right word at the right time to have an effect on the crowd, I guess.
Okay, nice,
Anyone
Monmi.
else? Yeah.
When you were talking, you know, I just remember something Winston Churchill said. Once Winston Churchill said that Japanese lost the Second World War because of their language. In the army, manders, they could not motivate the ones that they were fighting against others, and that's why they lost the war. They failed, and yeah, I think the words they have a strong power on others. How we can make this. Okay, nice. Thank you. But since you said that you are right now really good at speaking, especially public speaking, because you're representative of teachers in a school, some techniques, personal techniques that you use, except that you said about practice, some personal techniques that you...
Okay, techniques that I use, that yeah, first thing is that the points, what I am going to say, I gather like, yes, what is the event that is important, what's in which occasion, in which event I'm going to speak. I gather a lot of knowledge first, and then I you know, make a points that these are the things. And so yeah, little bit preparation is definitely you know, it's needed. And I just try to calm myself before speaking, that nothing is going to, these are the people I know every time, they are I'm familiar with them, they are, I mean, no new people are here, and this is just, and one thing more, I just consider them as my student, even if I'm going to host in some different other than students in other places, because there is I live in a township where you know, many times I got opportunity to host. So in front of them, I always, I mean, I feel, I consider the other people as my student, and just as if I'm going to give a class. Okay. Or sometimes just, you know, I calm myself by saying that, I mean, they don't know anything, and I'm going to give some more information, new information to them. So that's how I gain knowledge. Yeah.
It's the way that you kind of deal with the audience. That's really nice. Thank you. Thank you very much, Muni, for talking and sharing your experience. Okay, now I'm going to talk to Tri Yohana from Indonesia. Hello, Tri Yohana.
Hello, everybody. I meet you again. Long time no see.
Long time.
I remember our topic is power of word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Power of word. So I'm thinking about my experience when I was teaching second grade primary. I'm a homeroom teacher, and then there are about 15 students in my class at that time. I forgot. It is about 6 years ago. And then I have one student who always like ask for attention. He will move from one corner to another corner, fight with another boys, and anything can happen with the girls around him, even far from him. I don't know how he can do that. And then he will say bad word. So at one time he scream and say, "I hate you." He said that to me, and then I cut and smile to him. I said, "I love you." He just like speechless, and after that he will be very nice to me and everybody. Kind of funny, I guess. I really want to say I love him because I think uh, some people need to feel love and confidence. Maybe he just feel not safe in the class, even nobody wants to bother him. But we don't know, second grade can have imagination or just want attention. So after I said I love you, he become very nice. Even sometimes he wrote a letter to me saying, "Misty, thank you. You are a good teacher for me." And I keep that letter in my wallet until now. I think it is power of word. Thank you, everybody. I want to share that experience.
Okay. Okay, that's really nice for sharing your experience. There, we saw that two words that we have, the word hate and the word love, and how powerful the words can, and how we can change even one's mindset about something by saying some certain words. Thank you very much for you, Hannah, for talking to me. And once, I'm going to talk to you.
Yeah, for me, I don't have any experience about the question.
What about yourself, Amans? I'm seeing you every day here, and you know, kind of considering you a good speaker. Maybe
Yeah,
in
good.
your own language, good speaker.
Maybe well, I'm not really that good. It's just that I just felt a little bit I don't know what to tell all of you you know, about this topic, you know. I speak English, but I'm still training to improve up my English. And yeah, so yeah, I'm you know, always be in here to, you know, watch you everybody in here talk English so that I can get you know, get some knowledge from everybody in here. And yeah, that's about. But now I'm starting to feel like that I don't really have anything anything to share with all of you. I just want to watch, you know, everybody talks in English in here.
Okay,
And
stay tuned. Okay, stay tuned and just watch. I'm pretty sure that I'm seeing Nergis and Liz. They have information about this issue. I'm going to start with Nergis, and after that, I'll talk to Liz. Nergis, I welcome you.
Okay. I think not only words, but also our intonation, pace, everything is important and powerful, can be powerful. And there are certain professions that really need good speaking skills because half of the work that they are doing is based on the words they are saying. And then it depends on their speech, like leaders and teachers and lawyers, I don't know, negotiators and others. And words can have really like huge impact on people, and it demands it requires certain preparation. I think by time you can by practicing you can gain the confidence, you can defeat your fears, you can get over all the difficulties, all the obstacles. I don't have much experience of talking public, and I have never been interested in that. But the I can see the power of the words, and not only the power of speech in my teaching, because I have had several students that needed different a certain kind of um, dealing abilities, I would say. For instance, today I had one of the students that is it was our maybe fifth lesson with him, and he's getting excited so much every time he comes. It is like the first time for him, and um, he has difficulty in focusing and concentrating and even hearing what I'm saying because of the excitement he has. Stress level is really high, and it's not just the way you will explain the things, but how you're going to explain that, how you're going to speak. And while talking to him, I'm seriously slowing down. I force myself to slow down. I'm calming down myself, and like after 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes, I see the impact on the student as well. He also calms down and starts to hear what I'm saying. So it's not just words that are powerful. Everything, intonation, as I said before, and pace, even as you see, can be can influence a lot.
Yeah, really nice. What about facial expressions and hand gestures or just gestures? They can have their own effect as well.
Definitely, yes. And in psychology, I think they're studying gestures and mimics and all kind of body language, and they after that they teach them for those who want to learn how to impress others, maybe how to have good speaking skills, the abilities to speak to public in front of big audience.
Okay,
It is
that's really nice. Nergis, I just continue, please.
Sorry?
Continue. If you want to say something, continue, or otherwise,
Yes.
I just want.
Yeah, just that you can have an impact even without any words, only with your mimics and impression on your face and body language.
Okay, really nice. Nergis, I really like your country, Azerbaijan. I really do not know, since I know Uzbek language, and that's why I know a little bit Turkish language. And since I know that Turkish people and Azerbaijan people, they are somehow close together. And that's why, I'm hoping one day that I can visit your country, Azerbaijan, because I really want to know the language connection between Uzbek language, Turkish language, and the language that you are speaking. I just want to ask you, is there any person who really is a good public speaker in your country and you like that person and you usually listen to? Can you say, I want to listen to that person as well?
Honestly, I like the speech of our president very much. He's really good at speaking, and he's an intelligence person, good politician. Yeah, of course, there are things that I don't where I don't agree with him, and maybe I don't understand something, but yeah, I do like his speech, and I think that his speech has a great had played a great part in the war that we had a couple of years ago, and we won.
Yeah, that's right. And I believe that your president is a good public speaker, usually politicians. And I've heard the English version of speaking of your president. Thank you. Thank you very much, Nergis, for sharing your
Thank you for the topic.
was really okay. Now I'm going to talk to Liz from Indonesia. Liz, how are you doing?
Yes, am I audible?
Yeah.
Talking about the power of words. Actually, I remember about my mom. My mom ever said that the words like pray. So we need to say something good when we are speak because it's like a pray. And then if we talking about thing and maybe it's like mocking someone or do something bad with our speech. And for example, we say that I wish you die soon, and after that tomorrow he is really die. It is very ridiculous thing. That's why my mom told me if you talking the good thing because our words like pray. And then in my perspective, the power of words is based on who is speak. For example, your friend told you, asking you to do something like sweeping the floor. You might ignoring it, but if your teacher asking you to sweeping the floor, you must be obey because a person who is say the words, say something to you. Okay, thank you.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Thank you, Liz. I'm seeing Ahmad. Ahmad, I
Yes.
really welcome you. It has been a long time that I have not talked to you, and I'm really happy that I have you back here, Ahmad. Ahmad,
Can you hear me?
yes, you're audible.
I'm sorry.
No
Yes.
problem.
You're talking about the word's power. Yeah.
Yes.
So to be honest, I'm very close about Nagi's opinion about the word's power. You need to make if you have the speech or the presentation about the something like you have the interview work interview. First of all, you must preparing your speech and preparing your answer is very strong. I'm talking about the word expression. And if you want to reach out to your goal, I'm talking about the speech goal, you need to make some space for yourself to training about the negotiation skills and the communication skills. If you get ready to train yourself on the communication skills and the negotiation skills, that's maybe the wrong if you go to from the population. I'm talking about the people and speaking about the any topic, and you get it the wrong, and you can't reach your goal. Your speech is empty. That is any meaning for your speech, and you get ready, and you train yourself on the communication skills and the negotiation skills. That's one step. And now the second step, you search about the public speaker to copy him or her. For example, if you see the person is, sorry, the successful person, the successful trainer or successful person, something like this, you copy him or her to make yourself some confident. Copy this person. This person is successful. If I copy it, if I will be copied, I also am be successful. And that's good strategy if you reach out to your goal from your speech or your presentation.
Okay, really nice, Ahmed. Since I know you're working in an organization, have you ever presented something? Do you have any really nice experience relating to this speech and speeches and you know, the power of voice? Or
Yes.
sometimes you have negotiation with others.
Yes. To be honest, before I moving working as a project manager in my organization, I was working as a project coordinator. My job required to focus on the details and have the negotiation skills and the communication skills. And my organization working as international, sometimes you give the founder from the local organization. That's mean if you give the local organization the founder or supporting it, you need to be negotiations coordination. You have the more communication skills to connect it with them and negotiation with the other line manager in the local organization in my country, and you making the some presentation about the founder, you know, to give this local organization some money to work in the space in your country. And I think you must first of all you make the meeting with them, you trainer yourself on the negotiation and the communication, and make yourself some presentation, copy yourself and see yourself in the mirror and see what do you want to say before you go for them and you make the meeting. And that's my opinion about it.
During your you know, speech, you said that you should see other public speakers and somehow copy them. They are so successful in public speaking. Do you know any good public speaker, and is there anyone that you personally copy?
Yeah, sure. I had a two idea about it. If you copy the public, so I don't know any public speaker in my country, because you know the situation here in country making a lot of the people to leave this country. But I follow some people by online. There are one from the Jordan. He is Arabic man, making the people like the motivation and making something like this. His name Mu'taz, I think. And some people, you know, on the social media I following, but he is not my country. And another idea, to be honest, the following the public speaker by my online, just to making the confident yourself and making some space you to believe yourself. I can do it. That's the goal you must reach out. I can do it. You know, that's all.
Thank you, Ahmed from Syria. It was really nice talking to you. No,
Thank you so much.
I really. Thank you. And now I'm going to talk to Kawa from Syria. Kawa, if you have my voice. I think Kawa was here and he raised his hand. I'm not pretty sure that he's here or not. Kawa, if you have my voice, kindly talk. Okay. Okay. Anyways, I just want to share some tips and techniques if you are going to present something in public, or if you're going to have a good presentation, there are some factors that may affect somehow your presentation. First of all, prepare your presentation in a really careful way. It's an important thing. And like others said here, Munmi said, Ahmad said, and others said, just practice a lot. That's the first stage, prepare. And secondly, if you're using some of these these apps, or maybe the things like PowerPoint, Prezi, or other things, do not make the presentation, the slides, so worthy. It's important. And the third point is that get to know to your audience. It's an important part, because when you know who you are talking to, it's an important thing, and it will affect. And the fourth one is that dress carefully, because the way that you look, it will definitely affect others, the way that they think about you. And when you appear in public, for example, you want to talk, and if you're dressed well, it will affect as well. And the other thing is that get know the place that you are going to talk. There are some places, and you want to offer your presentation in that place, that can affect. For example, if it's in a public area, then it's in a in a salon, or in a room, or other places. It will affect as well. So know the places, and make sure that you're using the equipments, and check the equipments, like loudspeaker that you're using, like the mics that you're using. These things will affect as well. And know your time limit, because when you do not know for how much time you're going to talk, and you are not familiar with time, your time will be kind of boring, and your audience, they will get bored, and you will not offer something really good. And the other point is that just be somehow enthusiastic about the thing that you are going to offer. If you do not have the passion, you will not be a good presenter. If you do not have the passion, you will not be a good public speaker. So be enthusiastic, be passionate about the things that you are going to talk. Another thing is that look at your audience. I mean, eye contact, you should have a really good eye contact, or you should be connected somehow to your audience. For example, here that we are talking, and when, for example, Mr. James Green is asking you to turn on the camera, it has somehow effect, and it's an important thing. And try to use some of these techniques to make the people laugh. Try to use the techniques, but not a lot. Do not exaggerate, because you're talking in a way that can be your speech interesting. Thank you very much. These are some techniques that I just want to mention, these techniques among the listen. And I want you all, if you want to talk, you can talk about techniques. And still, I have to Johanna, if you want to talk again.
I want to talk again. I also have some practice about public speaking, because besides being a teacher, I also serve in the church, sometimes like MC, Master of Ceremony, and I agree about all topic you share, and I want to share add some. After that, I read here there are 7 things that you share to us, yeah, Mark. I want to add, we prepare care of the appearance and clothes, yes. Know the place before the time, before the day. It's important to know the place before the day, because we need to know how to go there, what transportation we need, how many time the journey from our place to the place. And I want to add, practice on the spot. Even we already prepare at home, we usually practice at that place because maybe the situation different, the sound system, we need to check microphone and anything. And for me, it's important to check where audience come, where they will go, how to attract their attention. And maybe we need to practice some jokes to warm the situation, what we call it. Just prepare some jokes, but make sure it is sweet for that audience. That's why know the audience is important before the time. And for me, because sometimes we do it at home, it's good to know maybe we can meet them before the time, so we can be familiar with the people in the house and the place before our presentation. Thank you. I hope it is benefit for you. Back to you, Siamak. Oh,
I think we lost. I think
yeah.
yeah, we lost him, or maybe he will come. His internet is weak, but you can continue with the topic of public speaking. And anyone else have any anything to say on public speaking, or how do you practice, or do you have interest in public speaking, or what are the things you how you work on it until he comes back? Yeah.
Someone raised hand there, Bobak.
Bobak has raised his hand. Bobak, you can go ahead and give your opinion.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, Bobak.
Okay, thank you. I think we are talking about public speaking, right? How to give a good presentation. So I think based on some of my experiences that I used to present, I think how really I get confident if I am presenting something. I try, to master really what I gonna present. Do you get me?
Bobak, maybe it's better if you turn on camera. We can see you and read maybe your lips when you're talking. It's better.
Yeah, okay. I think my camera is.
I can hear you now. Your voice was breaking up earlier.
Okay.
Would
Now it's
you please repeat? Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, as I said, if really I want to be confident when I am presenting something, when I am talking in public, I usually make sure to master what really I want to present. If it's on topic, I have to prepare, because if you really prepare before you talk, you have more chance to be confident and to explain very well what you are talking about. So that's the first step. I think it's to master what you are doing. Choose a topic that you're really passionate about and we really have enough knowledge about. That's how really we can present well. But in contrast, if it's not the case, you will be sometimes stuck while presenting, and you can't really be able to catch the public. I think maybe your public will be annoyed because they feel like
you don't catch them and the topic maybe is not interested. But even if it's not a so much interesting topic, if you presenting it very well, the public will be will feel very good about what you present. Yeah, that's a few of my experience that I want to share with you.
Yeah, thank you, Bobo. That's true. I mean, it's your skill how you can attract the crowd with your words. That is really a skill. And then again, as Yamak said about entertainment, I mean, only through entertainment we are able to keep the crowd. I mean, it makes the crowd, it makes something interesting. So anyone would like to say something more about it, or any meeting, not only public speaking, or like, in meeting also, or any discussion, group discussion, how do you deal with? Has anyone experienced? I'm sure many of you are working. You do have meetings and group discussions.
Monmi, we have Hafiz Arslan right-handed.
Yeah, sorry. Hafiz, yeah. Hafiz, you can go ahead. And
how are you?
Yes, I'm fine, but I can't see you. I don't know who are you, and I want to see you. If you don't mind, would you please turn on your camera?
But this time it's night. It's night.
I can see at night if you don't have any problem. Here it is night too. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes.
You can give your opinion.
First of all, I am telling you, my English is not good.
That's
And
completely fine.
But and I want to learn English, and I am working on this spoken English. And can you tell me how we can improve English?
That's a different topic. Actually, your English is not bad, and nobody is perfect here. We all are learning here, and we are discussing on public speaking. And what's your opinion about public speaking? You said you want to learn spoken English. That is a good way of practicing public speaking. So what do you feel about, do you have any opinion about public speaking, or have you ever experienced public speaking, or do you have a desire to speak in public? You are right now speaking in public, by the way. So what's your opinion about it? What do you think? What can make your public speaking effective? Anything that you find, you must have some, you must hold some ideas about public speaking or group discussion or anything. You can share with us.
I could tell you, but my English is not good. I am not telling you.
It's all right. It's all right. In your broken English, you can also speak if you desire to. If you have any opinions, I said no one is perfect here. We all are learning, and if you try to speak, then only you will improve. And we will understand your broken English also. Don't worry. If you want to speak, then you can say.
But I want 2 or 3 days. I am only listening, and after
Okay,
that,
fine.
I
Okay,
am
fine. Okay, fine. Nice to meet you, Hafiz. Nice to meet you. You can
Nice
keep
to meet you too.
listening. Yeah, you can keep listening then, and someone else's can speak on it.
Thank you.
We have 10 minutes more. And the next hour will be taught by Arif Islam, since Hafiz is not here. So you have 10 minutes. Hafiz, I'm going to mute you. So we have 10 minutes and you have the floor to speak on public speaking, on group discussion, or how do you present in your meeting, or what are the procedure? I mean, so what you have, you can say.
This is Liz from Indonesia.
Yes, Liz.
Yeah, actually, it's very hard for me to speak in front of many people. It's not my comfort zone to talking, especially showing up like this one often can. But in my perspective, public speaker needs to mastering the idea, mastering the material that he or she want to tell to the audience. So if we need to, he need to, the public speaking needs to read a lot of books and mastering the material that he want to say, and then he know the idea what he want to talking about. So it make the people who listening him or her know what he want to, the idea that they want to tell. But in my case, it's very hard to be a public speaker. So I'm from a lot of friends with people who like you, you are a teacher and you are talking in front of many people here, like James or others teacher. I respect for all of you because I know it's very hard. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Liz. I will share my experience. In the first day, I mean, for the first time when I was hosting, there was an event here. So a lot of people, maybe around 150 or maybe 200. I don't know, the people from the township. Okay, so we have a big event. And I was invited to host. And they think I'm quite confident and I speak well. And I knew my level. So maybe in a way, as they were inviting me, I got confidence, but I didn't know what to say and how I'm going to present. I said, I was actually shaking, okay. And I wrote the whole script. And somewhere I was successful. But for the first time when I was hosting, as it is, I was reading my script. Okay, I mean, not even a single word from my mouth, from my mind. I mean, it was everything scripted and I was just reading it. And then the second time I knew that, yeah, this is not this is not the way to host a program. I mean, that is not my style. I wanted to say flawlessly, fluently, and that spontaneously comes from my mind. So I worked on it and I practiced a lot. And whenever I practice, I sometimes still I do. I speak in front of a camera, or I bring my daughter and my son, they are my audience, and I will speak. So that's how I improved. And so I involve my family members, my friends also, that tomorrow I have this event and you are going to listen to me first now. In fact, you will not believe, I do during my COVID, I mean, I used to give classes on Zoom. But still, when I gave here in James French English classroom for the first class, I was nervous. And the day before the class, I invited one of my friend and I called, open your Zoom. I'm inviting you to Zoom and I'm going to give you a class, and you are going to listen to me now for at least for half an hour. The main points you have to listen and you have to give me a feedback. So I worked like that. And so the next day when I was teaching, I don't know, I got confidence. And then as I am practicing, so now I am being more confident. And also those James was taking break and I took the opportunity to host. I could see a lot of improvement in me, especially about confidence in public speaking. So I actually never miss a chance where I can, make a better version of myself. So I take it as a challenge. I accept the challenge and try to make myself better. Anyone else? We have 4 minutes.
This is Liz. May I asking you, Mommy, something?
Yes, please.
Yes. About review from your friends. It
Yes.
help you to improve your confidence. The review from your friends, because you told to us that you asking your friend to join a gym meeting, and after that you ask your friend to give you a feedback. It has help you to improve your confidence.
Confidence, yeah, when I ask for feedback and I get a positive feedback, definitely I get more confident. And if they give some suggestions and I work on that suggestion.
May I know what your friends suggest you?
Oh yes. Oh, okay. You were asking about when I was checking with my friend about my confidence or how is my classes. He gave me a positive feedback that I'm doing great, and just a little bit, it was a suggestion that to be slow. My friend says that you speak too fast sometimes, and so just try to work on it. That just be slow because you are a teacher. Go slow. And so actually what happens in my class, I never in my offline class, I know that they are small children, so I always be slow in speaking. But when I'm speaking to like you old friends, so I sometimes I go like express. So I think I need to improve on that. So whenever I get some suggestions, I accept the suggestion and work on it. 2 minutes. Anyone wants to speak something on public speaking or your experience?
Can I add one more thing?
Yes.
It is about feedback. So when I was in college, we have a faculty. I don't know how to say it in English. Maybe faculty ceremony prayer
Faculty.
like that.
You are saying
Yeah.
the faculty department. Yeah.
Yes, faculty. Yeah. Every 2 weeks, and we have schedule about who will be the MC every 2 weeks. So
yeah,
every after the ceremony, we will have evaluation about everybody that include in the ceremony, from MC until the usher, and all of us can say feedback about that people, all people in the ceremony. So it make us practice about accepting critic and give, also give to our friend compliments or critic, and it helps me until now. If I do bad things and people say it's not good, you did wrong, I can accept it, and I know well people also judge me, and it's normal. That's fine. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you everyone for your participation. Though Siamang has left, but you didn't leave. You were with us, and you are going to be with us for 1 hour. Next class is actually, it was Ali Sapak's class, but he is not available. Maybe he is having some network problem. So next hour, we have teacher Arif Islam, and I'm going to introduce Arif. Arif Islam is from Bangladesh. He is 25 years old, and he has got his bachelor's degree in economics in 2022. He works as a teacher in his native place, and he teaches science, Bangladesh, and international and religious matter. He loves traveling, meeting new people, and learning about new culture. Over to you, Arif.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Murmi, for my introduction. Yeah, before I start my class, I would like to discuss something that I see here. All of the students, they are curious about how they will learn this language. I have one idea that initially, if a child they born in England or America, within 2 years, they can speak each and everything and they can understand everything. Why? If you asked why, then the answer will be their environment in English. Is simple answer. And can we make our environment English now? This is my question for all the students. Can we make our environment now in English? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, we can make it by using technology. More time we should try to speak whatever, maybe we are wrong, but we should try to speak English. We listen English, reading, writing. This automatically our fluency will be developed. And yeah, in our, I would like to share one thing. In our country, Bangladesh, actually, here only 5% or 4 or 5% they can speak English. And in our country, class 1 standard to masters, I mean 17 years in learning sector, each and every class, they have one particular English subject. But after graduating, maybe some person, they graduate from English department, some person, they graduate from another department. Even though English department graduate student, they cannot talk English in our country. Why? Because their lack of confidence, they haven't enough available friend to practice this kind of thing. So my suggestion to all of you, just everything think simply in English and watch more time in English, listen, write, just it will comprehend your skill. Okay, as I am going to here teach about IELTS speaking part. Actually, my first class was this running month, 5th September was my first class, and I discussed their details about IELTS speaking part. If any of you would like to know about IELTS speaking part, then you can go and you can check my first class. It is 5th September actually. Yeah, I would like to today introduce to before you same thing, but some criteria I will be changed. But for my next class, I will change the total scenario of my class. But as today, I would like to introduce again this same topic, because so that you can understand, you can more familiar with this format. Okay, I am going to screen share again about IELTS topic. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see. Arif, I'm
Yeah.
coming in 10 minutes, okay? I'm coming in
Okay.
10 minutes.
Okay, go. Okay, here IELTS speaking part, there is 3 parts, part 1, part 2, and part 3. Part 1 is almost the same question will be asked, and maybe sometime just 2 or 3 questions will be changed for part 1. Part 2, there will be different topic. They will ask the examiner. I mean IELTS speaking part, one-to-one interaction. There will be an examiner and one student. Just one-to-one interaction for 11 to 14 minutes. Within this time, the examiner will judge your ability by checking 4 things: listening, vocabulary, tense, vocabulary, grammar, fluency, and your speaking of length. These 4 things the examiner will check within 11 to 14 minutes. And examiner will be from the native place, I mean from the UK, Cambridge University, recognized by Cambridge University. And part 3 is related to part 2. If there is part 2 is the topic best age period of life, then examiner will ask you your best period of life related some question in part 3. Part 3 is the examiner will ask you 5 to 6 number of question. and examiner will judge your ability. Okay, I am going to start one by one. For part 1 to 5 number 1 to 3 number question, I would like to pick up one student, for example, who will give the answer 1 to 3 number question just for part 1. Is there anyone? Hello, I am calling attention of my student. Is there anyone would like to give the answer 1 to 3 number of question part 1? Hello.
Yes,
Liz, okay, I am going to ask you 1 to 3 number question here. If you make mistake anything, don't worry, I will correct you. And here I will show you by ask you the question. I will show before all the student how to give answer and how to how can you deserve your skill. So at first, what is your name?
My name is Lisa Sea.
Okay, my name is Lisa Sea. You said that every person said that my name is like this. If you say my name is Lisa, it's simple tone. That the reason I said you that IELTS is the IELTS, the examiner will judge you your ability in English. So you have to always thinking in different way. How can you make your answer perfectly? And from the other person, you have to think another way. You said my name is Lisa. You can use here my names. Here you can use silent word, and you can say I am Lisa. I am Lisa. Please call me. I am Lisa. And if you have details name, I mean 2 word or 3 word name, that type you can say your full name, that I am Lisa Monosha. Please call me my first name Lisa. Have you got it?
Yes,
but
I got it.
If you say like this way, my name is Lisa, that time your answer is simple, and the examiner will mark you in the lower score. Got it? Okay. For number 2, when IELTS examiner, they come up in a exam, they will taken up their ID or passport card, and examiner would like to check their passport card. That the reason this question will definitely ask a student, especially in IELTS. Can I see your ID, Lisa?
Yes, please. You can
Yeah.
see my ID card. You don't have any issue.
You know that all the person who just practice in English, it's simple term that you can see my ID like this. If you say like this way, that time your skill examiner will band your score in lower. You can give this replay, and you can use the modern word that sure, here you are or here you go. Have you got it?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, I would like to again ask you the same question. Can I see your ID?
Yes, here you are.
Yeah, now you're perfect, your answer. Okay, for you, the last question. Where are you from, Lisa?
I'm from Indonesia.
Here you just use one sentence. As I mentioned that IELTS examiner will check your ability. That is what you have to give your answer different way from the other person, and you have to prove that you are very quite comfortable in this language, and you have very logical idea is every question. That the reason you can say that I am from Indonesia, then your district name, then you can say to be more exact, means somewhere. Okay, I am going to ask you same question again. Where are you from, Lisa?
I'm from a small city in Indonesia.
At first country name, then your division or district name, then you can say to be more exact.
Pardon me, I didn't get it.
Suppose if I answer like my way, I am from Bangladesh, Kurigram, Rangpur, to be more exact. This will be the authentic answer for IELTS, because here I show my ability in vocabulary, sentence structure also, and everything. Okay, here your test is finished. I would like to pick up another student to show the 4 to 6 number question. Is there anyone? Aman, as you raise your hand, okay, I am going to ask you 4 to 6 number question, and if you mistake, don't worry, just I will recorrect you, and I would like to show the all the student how we can use or how we can make our lesson. Okay, for number question, for you number question, for number question, do you work or study, Aman?
How do I? Okay, I work
No,
in a computer shop.
Okay.
So how do I? Is it
I
correct?
work. Yeah,
I work.
here, yeah. You always,
Computer.
Aman, one thing, you always try to paraphrase the word. Here, the word is work. You can sense the word. My job is. Then you can show that examiner that no, I am not taking the word from question. Here, in this way, you can show your ability, and you can use modern word, and you can make your sentence in a better way. Like this strategy is just you try to use. Okay, I would like to again ask you the same question. Do you work or study, Aman?
I'm in a job where company asked me to sell computer.
Okay, I would like to show one answer so that you can understand better. I am a teacher. I teach English to all the level of student, and sometimes I counsel a meeting. This is my job actually. In this way, I show in different way. Okay, I would like to move the next question for you. Number 5. What is the meaning of your name?
Mine. Arman's means peace and loving towards anyone.
Okay, Aman, just you gave the simple answer, and you know that it's not acceptable in IELTS. IELTS just you have to use modern vocabulary, and you have to just give your answer in the different way. Okay, you said that my name means. I would like to show you another one answer. What is the meaning of your name? Here you can say that my name stand for follower, or like this thing. Here you show your word and your sentence structure also. Okay, I am going to ask you the same question again. What is the meaning of your name, Aman?
My name.
It stand for. Aman, repeat after me. It stand for. My name stand for.
My name stands for.
Beautiful, or like this. Whatever it you can then add your one.
Okay, my name stands for loving everyone that I met.
My name stand for love. Just simple. You can answer simple in this way. Okay. For you, the next question. What do you do for work? Suppose you are a student. If you are a student, then you can say something about study material, which subject you study and what do you do. And if you just do a job, that time you can say something about 2 or 3 sentences just about your job material thing. So I am going to ask the question, what do you do for work?
Selling.
Okay. What kind of job just you do, Aman? What kind of job?
I wait in retail, greet customer, and sell products.
Okay, so you can give the answer like this way. I work for sell customer, and I manage. I sometimes I manage the customer, and I work with them. This is your job. You can say like this way. Okay. For 7 to 9 number question, I would like to pick up another student. Is there any student would like to give the answer 7 to 9? Hello. I am calling attention of my student. Is there anyone would like to answer 7 to 9 number question? Is there or not? Okay, Aman, I am going to ask you, and I would like to finish as soon as possible this part 1 after 2 and 3, and I will teach her another amazing thing after finish this part. Okay, Aman, which tax do you like? Suppose someone can like the income tax because their country can develop by this tax, and you can just elaborate this idea. Okay, Aman, which tax do you like?
Tax that I like, income tax. It helps develop country using money from income tax.
Perfect. Your answer is perfect for number 7. Okay. For the next question, what is your favorite food, Aman?
Food that I eat is chicken and rice.
No, you can't say just one sentence. As we know, as a person, you have a number of food that you like. You can give your first sentence the list that you like. In second sentence, you can show what is you like most. Suppose I like a number of food such as chicken, biryani, Bangladeshi cuisine. Among them, I like the Bangladeshi cuisine most. Here in the first sentence, I show my favorite list, and the second sentence, I show what is my most favorite. I show it in the second part. It will be the authentic. Okay, I would like to move you the next question. What food was your favorite as a child?
I favor food such as pizza. No.
The question is just you should follow the question. What food was your favorite as a child? When you were a child? Yeah.
Well, my food that I favorite as a child is definitely pizza and ice cream.
You can say that when I was child, I liked a number of food. For instance, chocolate, ice cream, barfi. In them, as I used in number 8, that among them, here I will use the different word. In them, chocolate was my favorite. Here, the same way you can just sense the word, you can paraphrase the word, and you can show the examiner different idea. Okay, for you, Aman, for you, the last question: did your mother allow you to eat it? Because when we child, we know that some kind of food that we don't like, even we are prefer to eat, but our mother maybe don't want to eat us. That the reason the question is, did your mother allow you to eat it?
My mother did not allow me to eat such food.
Okay. You can answer in this way that sometimes she did and sometimes she didn't. As I could harm my teeth, that's the reason. You can say like this way. Okay. Now I am going to move the part 2. Part 2, here is our topic. The topic is best age or period of life. For part 2, examiner will give you 2 minutes to randomly talk. Here examiner check the 4 things. Number 1, he will check your vocabulary. Number 2, sentence structure. Number 3, your length of answer. Number 4, your pronunciation. In this way, examiner will mark you, and whole process will be recording, so that if any student are not satisfied with their band score, on that time he can complain, and the judge will recheck and they will again mark. As the IELTS exam, it recognized by Cambridge University, or Cambridge and Australia, and it's worldwide mission. So I am going to in for part 2, there is the topic best age or period of life. There is just 3 questions. Just you have to explain 2 minutes about this topic, and you have to solve this answer. What is the best time of your life? How are you benefited from that time? Why is it special to you? Okay, is there anyone would like to discuss just 2 minutes about this topic? Best age or period of life? Just bring out your real life experience. Here. I see here Munmi, Aman, Pri, Khan, Liz, Dina, Rania. Is there anyone to interest to talk about this topic, best age or period of life? Just I would like to finish this session as soon as possible. After I will move the another section. I hope all you will enjoy on this session. Is there anyone would like to? Yeah, okay, Aman.
Can I try?
Okay, just try. If you make mistake, don't worry, I will recorrect you. The topic is the best age or period of life. And there is some question. What is the best time of your life? How are you benefited from that time? Why is it special to you? Just randomly talk for 2 minutes.
You ask me or I start?
Just start. Okay, start.
Start myself. Okay. Best time of my life when I met my girlfriend at my house. I got a lot of benefit from that time, such as holding her hand. It's very special for me because it gives me happiness in my heart. Did I do correct?
Okay. For part 2,
Okay.
just it was brief and your answer was not suitable because IELTS you have to show your fluency, your advanced word, your grammar, your sentence structure, everything you have to show. I would like to discuss about this topic for 2 minutes so that you can get the idea, and after that just I will one more student who will describe in the best way. Okay, I am going to start about this topic. The topic is about best age of period of life. Okay, my best age in my life is the teenage period, when I used to have a lot of fun with my friend, my cousins, and everybody took extra care of me. There was no work pressure, no responsibilities are there, and no responsibility. This is the golden time when one can make his or her solid base of life. In this is the best period of life. I got the best opportunities on that age, and I grabbed every opportunities, and I worked day and night on that. As because I had no major responsibilities, I had no tension. That the reason I worked day and night on that. I saw many people they involved in the bad activities. That the reason they going astray from the reality and their life in the danger. I am very lucky because my family, I could have spoiled my life on that time, but my parent and friend guided me and brought me up in a way that climbed me to later journey of my life, not to slip and fall down. And I am very lucky to get such a friend and family that always support and guided me how to make my future better way. They always guided me. Yeah, I am very lucky person, and as I worked hard in this age, now I see my position is very good, and I for almost I can say that my best period of life is the teenage period. Here now I would like to say something about my answer. At first, I show my best age. It is teenage. Teenage means 13 to 19. This age is called teenage, and this is the best time of any person who can make his life. And I show the reality that many people they going astray, involved in the bad activities. That the reason they cannot they couldn't do good thing. And my family and friend guided me. That the reason I am able to do such a great thing. I show everything here, sentence structure, vocabulary, everything. Just in this way, just I would like to know the answer from just one student who would like to describe about this topic. Is there anyone?
Arif,
Okay. Okay.
uh,
Tri Johanna.
yes, I want to try answer. Start from point A and B. Actually, I don't know which is the best time because when I'm thinking about it, I have many good times in my life and I can't choose which is the best. And when I was kid, teenager or now, because we have many experience in every steps of life, right? When I was kid, I always play. When I am teenager, I learn more than and free more than when I was kid because I can go many places by myself. No need to wait for my parents pick and send me like that. Meet new friends, and I join in organization. It is how we scout. Is it scout in English? Pramuka in Indonesia. I also join in student union and choir like that. And I still join in choir until now because I like singing. Then I don't know which is my best time in my life. How can I answer this question? I'm asking you now.
No, yeah, you as IELTS, the examiner may give you a topic that you have no experience. On that time, you can just made up a story on your mind in certain period. This is called IELTS because IELTS examiner check your your ability, and if you if you good fluent in English, that time if you start to just start to make a story, it will automatically be happen. Such as if any person they asked me to make up any story, on my certain mind I can make a story that I have no experience in my life. This is not reality in my life, but I can make a story on certain period. So at first, if you try in your home alone that just suddenly topic, you will try to, if you try to describe, automatically you have some knowledge about describing, how to describe, and you can get idea from books. And yeah, this is it. So I would, is there anyone would like to discuss about this topic?
Wait, I'm not complete yet. So which is better? I answer with short answer or long explanation for the question, point A.
When in part 2, the examiner will ask you about topic, you have given 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, randomly you have to speak, you have to explore your idea about this topic, and here you have to show advanced word, and you have to show your sentence structure, and always you have to try bring out your real life experience about this topic, so that examiner can understand that you are just talking what going on in your mind, not memorizing from the book. In this way, examiner will check you really. Is there any question for you?
Yes, thank you, Arif.
Yeah,
Who?
this is from Indonesia.
Okay, Liz, would you like to discuss about this topic?
No, I have a question because there are 3 questions here. We need to tell
actually
the 3 questions in the 3 minutes, or 1 question for 3 or 4 minutes.
No, I got your point. I just would like to say, in part 2, IELTS, there will be 1 examiner and 1 candidate. The examiner will give you a topic with some question. just you have to see the question. Don't have to just focus on question. Just you have to describe about this topic. After 2 minutes, examiner will just stop you. Have you got me?
Oh, so the examiner just give us the topic and one question, and we need to focus.
It can be 2 or 3 questions related this topic. Just you have to describe your this topic just randomly for 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes, examiner will stop you.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Would you
they
like to
will give us.
describe? Would you like to describe this topic?
Okay.
Okay. For
That's
you, the
fine.
topic is best age or period of life.
Pardon me?
Best. Your topic is best age or period of life. Just describe 2 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to try. The best time of my life when I was childhood, because when I was child, I don't have any responsibility, because all the responsibility for my parents, and they will taking care of me, and I have a lot of time with my brother and sister, because nowadays when we are adults, we don't have a lot of time to together. That's why the best time in my life when I was child, because I have a lot of time with my parents and my sibling. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your valuable idea. Just as because there is lack of student, I see. So I would like to teach here at 10 advanced vocabulary, and I hope that you will be. I am going to share screen share for this vocabulary. Just hold on a moment. Just hold on a moment. Advanced vocabulary. Okay, can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, yes, we can see.
Just
yes, we can see
yeah, it's my command for today's. Just all the participants should be more active. I will just here all the I am sure that all the word is new for you, all of you, because this is the advanced word. Is this kind of word especially use a native speaker, non-native speaker. As a non-native speaker, we may not know that this word. So I am going to start here the 10 advanced word. Instead of rainy, very rainy, we can use pouring. So I am giving you one example, and you will make another example. Instead of very rainy, we can use pouring. So I can give an example that it's been pouring for an hour. Okay, is there any person who would like to give an example by using this word? Hello.
This is Liz from Indonesia.
Okay, Liz, just give an example.
Yes. I must cancel my meeting with my friends because there is pouring outside.
Yeah, definitely. Your answer is acceptable. You have a very good example. You have canceled your meeting because of pouring in your side. Yeah, I appreciate the answer. Instead of very rainy, we can use pouring. So is there anyone would like to give another example by using this advanced word? Hello. Yeah, I see. Guido, you
please.
raise your hand. You
Please,
raise your
teacher.
hand.
Could you repeat
Okay.
again, please, the pronunciation of the second one?
Yeah, very rainy. Instead of very rainy, we can use pouring. Pouring.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Would you like to give an example?
Yes.
Okay,
Yesterday
me.
Yeah. Just go on. Hello. Hello.
Yes, I can give the
Hello,
example.
me or who?
Okay, Rania, go ahead.
Okay. Yesterday I saw on the YouTube it's pouring on New York City.
Who pouring? I saw there was pouring in New York City. You can say like this way, because to mean you are giving deep expression about this sentence. Only pouring, it has deep meaning. That is on very rainy. You instead of very rainy, you can use pouring. It's been pouring for an hour or like this. If you say to pouring, that means to is inside the pouring, because it has only deep meaning. Okay, Aman, yeah, I see you raise your hand, and I cannot. I have problem to pronounce your name. Guido. Okay, Guido,
Yeah.
just give an example by using this word.
Okay, yesterday it was pouring in my area.
Okay, it's good. Okay, Aman, would you like to give an example by using this word? Very rainy. Hello, Aman.
Raining. Yeah. Fall down.
I couldn't. Can you again, please? Instead of very rainy, we can use pouring. Just give an example by using this word.
Okay, pouring. Okay. Yeah. Water pouring from the sky.
Water. No. Your example is not exact. Okay, I am moving the next word. Instead of very expensive, we can say exorbitant. Exorbitant. Very expensive. I would like to give you an example to make you more clear. And the example is the prices are exorbitant in this restaurant, or in this restaurant prices are exorbitant. That means very expensive price. Okay, is there anyone who would like to give an example by using this advanced word? Instead of very expensive, we can use exorbitant.
Yeah.
Okay, me. I'll try.
Okay, Liz, at first Liz, and then Guido. Okay, Liz, go ahead.
I prefer spend my money to help other people than buying exorbitant bag.
Okay, then Guido.
Okay. This phone is exorbitant.
Is at all exorbitant. Okay, that's enough. Aman, I see you raise your hand. Would you like to give an example by using this advanced word?
Yeah. Goals are so exorbitant that you cannot, buy it easily with a small amount of money.
Okay, now I would like to move the next word, very good. Instead of very good, we can use exceptional or superb.
Super.
In this restaurant, the food always superb or exceptional. We can use like this way. Is there anyone who would like to give another example by using this word? Okay.
Yes.
Rania,
I wish
go
a
ahead.
super. Okay. I wish a super time to all the group members.
Okay, that's cool idea. Okay, is there anyone?
This is Liz.
Okay, Liz, go ahead.
I met a lot of superwomen in this gym meeting, and I'm happy for that.
Okay, your idea is also good. Okay, is there anyone who would like to give another example by using this word? Instead of very good, we can use exceptional or superb.
Aman, could
Okay,
I
Aman.
say?
Okay,
that
go ahead.
that car over there is so exceptional.
Yeah, that's good idea. Okay. I would
Okay,
like
so
to move the next word. The instead of very hot, we can use sweltering or boiling. I would like to give another example that the morning are okay, but the afternoon is sweltering or boiling. Have you got me? Okay, is there anyone would like to give another example by using this word? Instead of very hot, we can use sweltering or boiling.
it's well, this
Okay,
is
in
Aman.
Egypt,
Okay, Aman, at first Aman. Okay, go ahead, Aman.
This is very, it's very sweltering over here.
No, Aman, very is including the sweltering. When you say sweltering,
Okay.
that time you don't have to say very, because
Uh,
very hot, instead of very hot, the whole meaning including inside the sweltering or boiling.
Okay, so it's sweltering over here.
Yeah,
I am
that's good.
sweating also.
Okay, is there anyone would like to give another example by
This
using
is
this
Liz.
advanced? Okay, Liz.
Yeah. You need to prepare boiling water before you make a cup of coffee.
No, you didn't use the advanced word. Very hot. Instead of very hot, you can use sweltering or boiling.
I said, okay. Before you need to prepare a boiling water before you make a cup of coffee.
Okay. Is there anyone would like to give another example?
The temperature is boiling.
Okay. Instead of very hot, we can use sweltering or boiling. I would like to move the next word. The next word is very, very surprised. Very surprised, we can say stunned. I stunned by the news. That means I am surprised by the news. Okay, is there anyone would like to give an example by using this advanced word? Instead of very surprised, we can use stunned. Okay,
This me.
Munmi,
yeah.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned to see you at the wedding because you already said me that you are not feeling good and you are not coming.
okay. Okay, Aman, go ahead.
The raccoon stunned when he saw me.
Okay. Is there anyone would like to give another example by using this word? Okay,
My
then I would,
sisters, okay, my sister's visit was stand for me.
was stand for me. Okay. Now I would like to move the next word. Instead of very bad, we can use atrocious or appalling. We can use atrocious or appalling. Appalling. Instead of very bad, we can use atrocious or appalling. So I am giving you an example. Even though even though his grammar was atrocious, we understand him. Have you got me?
Yeah.
Even though his grammar was atrocious, we understand him. That means he was his grammar was mistake. But your talk, his talk was not clear. Even though we understand. In this case, you can say that even though his grammar or his sentence structure was atrocious, but we understand him. That means we can able to understand. Okay. Is there anyone would like to give another example? Okay, Aman, go ahead.
Yes.
Aman at first. Raise your hand. Okay.
Looks like the condition of my car is really atrocious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Munmi, you wanted to give example. Hello, is there anyone? Munmi, you don't have to write here. Just I will share it after my class. I will share it in Discord, or you don't have to write down now. Okay. Just give an example, Munmi, by using this word very bad. Instead of very bad, we can use atrocious or appalling.
I couldn't attend the meeting because of atrocious weather.
Atrocious,
Atrocious weather.
Shias,
Atrocious
not
weather.
weather.
Atrocious
Okay.
weather.
Okay. I got you. Okay, is there anyone would like to give another example by using this?
Yes, 2 days ago, I got atrocious situation. Atrocious.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Very
Liz.
new.
Okay, Liz, go ahead, Liz.
Yes, because of appalling news, can't continue her job.
Okay, now I am going to move the next word. Instead of very terrible, we can say horrendous. We can use horrendous. Just I would like to give you an example. He committed a horrendous crime. That means he had done a very terrible crime. This is the meaning. Instead of very terrible, we can use horrendous. Is there anyone would like to give another example?
Can I try?
Okay, Tri, go ahead.
I was horrendous. How to say it? Horrendous.
Horrendous.
I was horrendous in English when I was in secondary. Then I want to cry in the classroom.
Okay, your example is very good. Okay, is there anyone would like to give another example?
This me, Aman.
Okay, Aman, go ahead.
Example. My sister attitude was very my sister's attitude is really horrendous towards everyone she met.
Okay.
Really, yeah.
So I would like to move the next word. Instead of very painful, we can use excruciating or unbearable. So I would like to give you an example. She had an excruciating headache. Mean his head was not giving support him. So the word instead of very painful, we can use excruciating or unbearable. I heard in my hand today that is on the painful is unbearable or excruciating. Is there anyone who would like to give another example?
The oxygen, can I say this me, Aman?
Okay, Aman, go ahead.
The oxygen around us when we breathe is unbearable. Hey, hold on.
Breathe, it's unbearable. Okay, your answer, your example is correct. Is there anyone who would like to give another example by using this advanced was? Instead of very painful, we can use excruciating or unbearable.
This is Liz from Indonesia.
Okay, Liz, here is lack of participant. That's the reason. Just go ahead.
Okay. It must be unbearable if Mumni left the group.
Okay. I would like to move the next word. Instead of very small, we can use minuscule. My mobile phone is minuscule if I compare to the computer. And our problem is minuscule than others because we don't have many problems. Our problem is minuscule than other. Okay, is there anyone who would like to give another example by using this?
Yes. Atoms are minuscule.
At home?
Atoms are minuscules.
No, your example. What does it mean? At home, our minuscule. What does it mean? Instead of very small, we can use minuscule. You can say our house is minuscule than other person, or in my home, next to my home there is a big house. Then that reason I consider my house as a minuscule. My house minuscule.
Yes.
Okay, is there anyone who would like to give another example by using this word?
It's me, Aman. I would
Okay.
like to try giving it the word that you. Okay. Okay. My house is too minuscule for
Aman,
a
you
lot.
again said two. You again said two.
Can
In the right side, this word contain the deep meaning. In this
okay.
case, you don't have to use very or two because it has deep meaning also.
Okay. Okay. So can I say
Okay, just go ahead.
the rat? Okay. I saw that little minuscule rat just passed by my feet.
Okay, now I would like to the next word. It's the last word. Instead of very old, we can use ancient. Egypt has ancient history. The reason I like very much Egypt since my childhood. Or we can use that's an ancient building and that's an ancient place and this museum is ancient. We can use like this way. Okay, is there anyone who would like to give an example?
Yeah. Ancient Egyptians established
Ancient,
pyramids.
not ancient, ancient.
Ancient.
Yeah.
Ancient Egyptians established the pyramids.
Yeah. Rania, one thing I would like to say you that since my childhood, I like Egypt. And one day in 2019, I saw a dream that I was before the Blue Nile and I was taking the water from this Nile. And yeah, it was, I saw this dream after the Idul Fitr. And I will one day I will go there because it's my dreaming country. Yeah, that's the reason. Okay. Here
Welcome
I
to you
finish.
anytime. Welcome
Okay.
to you anytime.
Here I finish all the advanced word. Now I would like to again repeat one time so that you can, it will be helpful for you. Instead of very rainy, we can use pouring. Instead of very rainy, we can use pouring. Instead of very expensive, we can use exorbitant. Instead of very good, we can use exceptional or superb. Instead of very hot, we can use sweltering or boiling. Instead of very surprised, we can use stunned. Instead of very bad, we can use atrocious or appalling. Instead of very terrible, we can use horrendous. Instead of very painful, we can use excruciating or unbearable. Instead of very small, we can use minuscule. Instead of very old, we can use ancient. This is the word list, the 10 advanced word. I will definitely share it in Discord. And I think this 10 word is very important for us because native speaker, they always speak, they always use this kind of word. And we may have problem to understand them because as usual, we non-native speaker, we use the simple word and they use advanced word. That's the reason it difficult to understand for us them because this kind of thing. So I think this is the reason I bring out this idea. So here today I just simply introduce one more time about IELTS speaking part, and in the last time I bring out 10 advanced word, and for my next class I will show different thing and my class will be more attractive than this class because as just today I saw this class was taken by Ali Shapak, but he's according to his network issue he was not prepared, and James said that he supposed to took this class and he supposed to took response, but at the last time when I suddenly joined, that time Munmi again asked me if I am prepared. That time I said, yeah, I am prepared because I am always prepared to take one hour response. It doesn't make me any problem. And yeah, I hope that. And one thing, as I am non-native speaker, so I always try to practice when I think when I joined in this group 3 months or 4 months before. On that time, my level was beginner, and I thought that if I teach there, this kind of thinking will get me to got the higher level of English. Just only this. So I hope all the participant I see here, if you just make confidence yourself as a teacher in this group, to make as a teacher in this group, it will be more helpful. I think that. And yeah, I am very happy with this, though there is lack of student, but I am very happy with this kind of person, because you are more active today, and you helpful for me, and I got help in my class, this student. So I would like to move the satisfaction and dissatisfaction move. So okay, go one
Thank
by
you,
one.
Arif. Satisfied with the new words, and we'll try to use them in our daily spoken English, daily speech.
I have actually I have thousand list like this of word, but I didn't just I try to practice sometime, but not all time. And now I am planning just I should practice this kind of word, because this kind of word is very helpful for us. Okay, is there anyone for satisfaction and dissatisfaction move?
This is Liz from Indonesia. Teacher Arif, I love to join your class because I love to learn the new word, especially the advanced word, because I like of the advanced word. Commonly, I use the beginner words. That's why I love to learn the new words like this.
Rania, I see your side, from your side there is sound called azan. Is from your side?
Yes, it's the mosque is beside me.
What is the time now in Egypt, where you live?
Now, yeah, it's 6 past 2.
6 past
PM.
2 p.m.
Yes.
Okay.
And I now, I have a class. My class with Arabic. I have my my Arabic class. Yes, with my students after 2 minutes. But because actually I saw today your lesson is interesting and benefit for me because of many words I actually I learned today. So I keep till the end of the the time. So yes, I have to go for my work. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Okay. I am also satisfied, all of you. And Rania, one thing I would like to remember you, that I in my place I give azan 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I can. I announce. Yeah.
Mashallah.
Okay.
That's
Is there
great,
anyone?
mashallah.
Just I have only 1 minute for finish my class. Is
Yeah,
there
this
anyone? Okay.
me,
Aman?
Aman. Yeah, I would like to say at you that your class is good. Well, the question there at the screen that you just show at all of us recently. Well, I thought it was an easy question, and when I answered it, it was wrong, and you teach me that you have to answer with different kind of ways and not like a child who, just directly answer easy
Okay,
like that.
thank you, Aman. Thank you for participate my class, all the student. Now my time is up. I would like to hand over to Munmi, and Munmi just
Okay, so thank you, Arif. Thank you, everyone, the passionate learners, and we will meet tomorrow. So bye, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Bye, Moni.
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Again.
Bye.